starts final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns live off the board, unlike you and your chess man. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all ground. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, bang.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Jets. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set. Hey, watch your leg. Hey, lady.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Man, ain't he?
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Motion. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. First carry for Ronald Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now King. Throwing on first down. Got a man, that's Richie James. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That's it. Big hit.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here's King from the gun on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here we go, son. 53 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Red 80. Smooth. Red 80.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This is taken at the 3. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Intended for Rashard Higgins. It's 2nd down and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Darnold. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Jets. 1st down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Go, Sack. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist, twist. Hey, Eddie. You better check that.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just...
And that's caught inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike, 53, Mike. Red 80. Let's get off the field. Red 80. Let's get off the field.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D-tackle.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
King now, off the play fake. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 back.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what
no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd down.
We're going to sign. 53's Mike. Check 53. Red 80. Watch the run. Watch the run. Let's go. Let's go.
Darnold now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Looking to throw. King. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. King. It's caught by Mike Evans. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
57's the mic. Watch it. Come on. Match pass. Undercut.
King from the gun on third down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. King. He sets up the screen to Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones. His second touchdown on the season as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Let's go, Bucs.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Darnold now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Off of play action, Darnold. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again is Darnold. Open man is Gordon, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now King. Off play action. His throw incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now a first down carry by Jones.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's King operating from the gun. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 23 yards, the final tally. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Bell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, Alpha.
Again, it's Bell. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Everyone, we got 4 down. Ready? 31's the mic. All day, pump. Say. Ready? Hey, wahoo! 31's the mic. Watch the run. 31's the mic. All you get is a headache.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is King. Looking to throw on second down. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
Ready. They can't hang with us. Switch. Jack.
King now, off the play fake. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check.
Second and 3. Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right down the middle. But hang on, a flag is down. Now if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Throwing on first down. King escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And that makes it a 9-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
King to throw on 2nd down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson Jefferson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again, King. And it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now King throwing on 4th down. Going deep this time for Miller. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Check 53. Y'all not ready. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Shoot. Check, crunch.
Back to Cannon again on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard
Check,
line.
53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Here we go.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check 3, check 3.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Back to throw. King. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Next to score, Jets 26, Buccaneers 21.
So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the Jets have got it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Watch that in, got his right.
They'll run again with Cannon and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is...
And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion.
Man out. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, go. Ship. Watch the ship. Check.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You're outside. 45, Mike, 45. Come on.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. That'll be taken in by Anderson. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. On first down, it's Cannon, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And he got it! He hit 6 field goals, and number 6 is the one that decides this game. And the Jets are going to win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Jets, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.